Stream elements bot running elements okay.
I was not expecting to make a video anything like this. I haven't made a news video in forever on this channel. But Call of Duty Black Ops 5 could very well be the next Call of Duty we get after this year's Call of Duty by Infinity Ward, which is, I mean, 100% Modern Warfare 4 at this point. It's been so many leaks, it's been everything about it. They haven't announced it yet, but it's, I mean, it's going to be Modern Warfare 4. That being said, Call of Duty Black Ops 5 is next year's Call of Duty based off of these leaks by Jason Schreier over at Kotaku. The title of this article, Sources, Call of Duty 2020 in upheaval as Treyarch takes over, plans Black Ops 5. Let's read the first paragraph here. Next year's Call of Duty has gone through a major upheaval as publisher Activision informed developers this week that studios Raven and Sledgehammer, which had led it up until now on the project, will no longer be in charge. Instead, according to 3 people familiar with ongoings at the companies, Treyarch will lead development on a new Black Ops for 2020. Bruh, I literally, as soon as how long did this come out? 21 minutes ago, I saw this, I hopped on, I'm making a video for you guys. Let's take some perspective here. This basically just explains what they've done, the 3-year cycle that they've had since 2012. We had Black Ops 2 by Treyarch. 2013, we had Call of Duty Ghosts by Infinity Ward. We had Sledgehammer, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare 2014. 2015, we had Treyarch again with Black Ops 3. Then we had Infinite Warfare by Infinity Ward. Then we had World War II by Sledgehammer. Then we had Call of Duty Black Ops 4, which is where we're at now, by Treyarch. Next year is going to be Infinity Ward once again, and of course that's going to be Modern Warfare. It's pretty, I mean, they even say it in this article, it's pretty much confirmed at this point, all but them just actually releasing it. This is how much information we've actually had about it. That's been the cycle. Since 2012, it was basically, or before 2012, it was Treyarch, then Infinity Ward, then Treyarch, then Infinity Ward. 2012, they switched up to the 3-studio model. They added in Sledgehammer, which started with Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and then they made Call of Duty World War II. And, of course, they were planning on making Call of Duty 2020, but let's go ahead and read on. For 2020, Activision had originally planned to switch things up, assigning the Wisconsin-based support studio Raven to take leadership role alongside Sledgehammer to make the Call of Duty game set during the Cold War, likely involving Vietnam. So Sledgehammer wasn't even making the Call of Duty 2020. Raven was actually making Call of Duty 2020. If you don't know who Raven is, they basically help with all their support studio, but they really do a ton of work toward all these Call of Duties to kind of help out where they need to, and they do a ton of work. They're basically part of the core team at this point, all but having their like name right in the front smack dab middle whenever you boot up the game. They do a ton of work on Call of Duty. As of very recently, that's changed. Now Treyarch, based in Santa Monica, California, is in charge of leading Call of Duty Black Ops 5 for 2020. Now, Kotaku, obviously this is leaks. It's coming from sources, but Kotaku is one of the top industry leaders in having, like, reputable sources. They don't just put out anything. They don't go off something someone leaked online. They have actual inside sources in the industry. And it's a pretty good chance that all this stuff is real. Obviously, there's a chance it's not real. Obviously, things are still subject to change, but it's always interesting to look at the kind of behind the scenes of what's going on. According to those briefed on the overhaul, Treyarch will take creative leadership on this new Black Ops, while Raven and Sledgehammer will serve as support studios to the game, transforming the work they've done on their own single-player story mode into a campaign for Black Ops 5. So. Sounds like, as of right now, again, this game is over 2 years, or over a year out, like a year and a half out. This obviously could change, but it looks like the next Call of Duty after Modern Warfare 4, which we don't actually know a whole lot about except for what it's going to be, is actually going to have a campaign. This may be a welcome return for the fans who criticized for the lack. Campaign of Black Ops 4. It will likely be a cross-gen game to coincide with the launch of the next PlayStation and Xbox, which are also expected in the fall of 2020. So probably it's going to be one of those, like how, I forget which Call of Duties, but they launched on both Xbox 360 and Xbox One and PS3 and PS4. That's probably going to be the first of the next Call of Duties to do that as well. What this means is rather than getting 3 years to make the next game after Black Ops 4, Treyarch will have just 2. Some at the company say they're not pleased about it, and they're already bracing for brutal overtime hours like they faced last year on Black Ops 3. Others have told Kotaku they're excited about the change, as they have a solid game plan that isn't likely to change drastically, unlike their last 2 projects. There's a lot of kind of like talk and leaks about Black Ops 4 changing entire directions, and things being changed at the last second, things being cut and scrapped. Obviously, well, they actually say here, we'll have more to share about Treyarch and development of Black Ops 4 in the coming weeks, so I guess they're going to put out another article. The interesting part is that having 2 years, obviously they did for a while when they were going back and forth between Infinity Ward and Treyarch. They already had the 2-year life cycle, basically, to make the games. But it seems like they're going to have the entire support of Sledgehammer and Raven, so it's basically like, instead of 2 studios working over 3 years, they're going to have 3 studios working over like a year and a half, which is a lot more manpower put behind the game. I feel like it kind of trades out. Obviously, I don't know the ongoings. I don't know how big each of the teams are, but definitely having more people does make this easier. But obviously, I don't know a whole lot about it. This is just me kind of speculating as to not freaking out, maybe. But obviously, I don't know. It's a whole lot of stuff. This is just what they're reporting. And kind of giving my first takes to it. This news comes during a strange time for Activision and Call of Duty. Although Black Ops 4 sold well at first, we've heard that it hasn't quite had the revenue tail that Activision's bean counters were hoping to see, so it hasn't been making as much money over time as they wanted it to. It sold well at the beginning, but people kind of dropped off. Internally, Activision executives have started to talk about embracing a free-to-play as a revenue model. Once an anathema to the publisher, and 3 sources say they're looking to offer a free-to-play component for next year's Modern Warfare. Although specifics may not be finalized yet, some within Activision have remained resistant to the idea. So it seems like internally they're kind of considering and talking about possibly actually having free-to-play components, whether that be Battle Royales, whether that be zombies, whatever I don't even know if the next game's going to have zombies, but whatever they plan to do, it seems like they're at least considering going free-to-play for parts of it. So obviously Activision is very much not a free-to-play type company. I don't think they make any games that are free to play, at least not as their main studios, but we'll see. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting idea that they might possibly offer that, because that obviously comes with trade-offs of like how much are they going to like promote skins and stuff like that, and it comes with a whole bunch of other questions, but very interesting. In the past year, Sledge has been rough for the San Francisco-based Sledgehammer. In February 2018, Kotaku broke the news that Sledgehammer's co-founders, Michael Condrey and Glenn Schofield, have left the studio. Although Activision spun it as a promotion, they're saying that they take on new executive duties. It was very clearly an ousting, and the two quietly exited shortly afterwards. So obviously, Condrey and Glenn Schofield left the studio like in the middle of the World War II life cycle. And obviously this is just what they're reporting. We don't know if that was actually an ousting or what it was. I don't think it really matters. It's all kind of in the past. It's kind of just like looking forward what matters. Earlier this year, Condrey started a new Silicon Valley studio with publisher 2K. He's recruited dozens of Sledgehammer staff. The studio has been hemorrhaging employees over the past few months, much to the dismay of those who remain. So it sounds like, I didn't actually know that, Condrey started a new studio, and seems like he's getting some of the Sledgehammer staff that he used to work with to come work for his new studio, which probably might be part of the reason why they're switching over. One of the primary reasons behind this Call of Duty's upheaval, according to 2 people familiar with happenings at Activision, is the tension between Sledgehammer and Raven, whose staff are said to have argued frequently during the past year of development over Call of Duty 2020. 2 people familiar with the project described it as a mess. Now both studios will serve as support for Treyarch as the publisher prepares to release Call of Duty Black Ops 5. Activision declined to comment. Of course, they literally haven't even announced MW4 yet, so why would they even talk about this? Dude, I like I said, I haven't made a news video in quite some time. This is very, very interesting. I saw some people immediately reply to my tweet when I kind of like quote retweeted this story, saying, "Hey, does this mean we're gonna get a zombies only game mode?" No, not in the slightest. I would honestly, like, at this point, with the way that Black Ops 4 Zombies has gone, like, just strictly player-based wise, just like looking objectively at it, I wouldn't put it past them to not even have a zombies mode, to be completely honest. I obviously hope they do. I'm obviously still a huge fan of it. I would love to like help, like if they would invite out some of the longtime zombie players and stuff to help like kind of with the development, I would be all for that. Again, if anyone from Activision or Treyarch is listening, I would love to come out and like kind of give my input over stuff that I didn't think was quite right with Black Ops 4, just gameplay wise, not even map wise. I think a lot of the things that I wasn't a huge fan of Black Ops 4 are very easily fixed, and I still think they're easily fixed, but maybe they don't want to like switch up the core formula halfway through the life cycle. That being said, that's kind of a tangent side note. It's very interesting, the possibility of free-to-play model. If I had to guess, I would say that that's kind of hopeful thinking. I wouldn't get everybody really hyped about a free-to-play Call of Duty Black Ops 5, and even then, it would only be certain aspects of it. I wouldn't really get hyped about that. I think Activision is kind of set in their ways, just based off of fans' point of view. I don't know, man. It's very, very interesting because I would really like to see what just putting a ton of manpower behind Treyarch. I think just because I like zombies so much, it's a little biased to me that I like Treyarch games because their zombie storyline's the one I've followed since I was like literally a kid and just before I even did YouTube. It's obviously biased for me, but I would love to see what they could do with like all of the Sledgehammer zombie guys, all of the Raven guys who helped develop Call of Duty Online. Raven helps develop Call of Duty Online, if I understand correctly. They have a ton of cool zombie stuff. Like, just putting in all this effort into Treyarch, I think is really cool. Obviously, like, people at Sledgehammer, people at Raven, obviously it sounds like they're a little bit torn on it. Some people are excited because they seem like they have a kind of direction for the game. Some people aren't as excited because it means they're going to get more crunch time since they're kind of like pivoting directions. I guess it just remains to be seen. Obviously, we still have this whole 2019 game that still has to get announced, but I thought it'd be interesting. Just make a little video, ask what your thoughts are. Let me know down below. And yeah, man, let me know what your thoughts. Black Ops 5 in a little over a year is looking like quite the possibility. Again, everything with a grain of salt that's said in this article is not absolute fact. This is just based off someone's reporting off of other sources. So not an absolute fact at all, but obviously something to take a look at. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace, everyone. Bye-bye.
URL
Circumcised or uncircumcised? Ice cream sandwich for breakfast, by the way. Yeah, but KB, what? I know. I knew this house got fucking lit like this, dude. I want that, and I want that thing.
You got the box yet? I don't know where the hell you use that at. You know somebody will see your ass. adjust microphone level. It's louder. It's better. Echelon 19. You got started, dude. Whenever you're ready. Shoot me out, I'll get you up there. Dr. Disrespect meets most toxic players of all time. This should be good.
Are you guys ready?
Nope.
Nope.
Why not?
I don't know.
Small penis.
Hey, alright. Small penises, Jesus. Alright.
By the way, it's not Slick Daddy, it's Slim Shady.
It could be both simultaneously.
No, it's Slim Shady.
Shut up, Tan. No one asked you.
What about Slim
No.
Daddy?
No,
Slick?
you're not
No.
You're
Tan.
Slick
chunky
Shady?
like Chungus.
Tan, shut up. That is enough.
Slick Shady?
I appreciate that you went Boston, but I don't like that you went C-75.
Did this round start already, or what's going on?
Yeah, so my menus are lagging.
Tan's an idiot.
everything with my menus in this game lag to such a point where it's like 2 frames.
He's got a bad laptop. He's got one of those.
No, it's not
Shut
a
up,
laptop.
man. It's an HP.
Nana.
2002.
We need to protect the biohazard container. Secure the room.
Alright, let's get it! And let's look good doing it. I kind of want to get really aggressive with these guys.
Okay.
Hey, what is Vigils or Vigils or Vigalities special?
Vigil.
What does it do? Vigil. What does it do?
He hides from drones.
Op 4 located the biohazard container.
Basically, his gadget is useless, but he's got a good loadout.
You talking about the Boss G?
Down to 5 seconds.
Boss G's good. Yeah, Boss G's good.
Located the biohazard
What's the
container.
loadout?
A1A's good.
I'm reloading.
Join the base.
Gotcha.
Camera activated.
I wish I played that game. So boxy. There we go. I'm not watching. Waste time. Okay. Oh, shot. Where do you want to go?
Blackout. Consider all contacts hostile.
Listen 1-1 now maneuvering on mission deployment path. Fail when ready.
Didn't see anybody.
Potential collapse detected. Advise relocation to indicated safe zone. Right call. Supply drop incoming.
There's some stuff here if you need it.
There's a backpack.
Someone should take these supplies.
Yep.
Sit rep. Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
Yeah, go. Alright, what do you want to do now? Okay. Yep.
Be advised. Further collapse expected. Relocate to safe zone.
You ready to go?
Supply drop inbound.
Going way over there. Probably be on the other side of the hill. Yep, on the other side of the hill.
Sit rep. Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
People shooting over there now. You don't need to stop. Shooting up on the hill. There's a guy at that house on the left. There's two guys on it. Back porch. If I had a sniper rifle, I'd get one. One of them's got one though. Maybe that's why nobody comes over here. We're gonna try to sneak up there on them, or what? Just wait here.
Further collapse expected.
Yeah.
Travel to indicated safe zone.
Yeah. There's somebody way up on the hill above them. We gotta move.
Sit rep. Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
They went to the right across the hill. There was two guys that was above them, probably running up behind them.
Supply drop inbound. No. So you need a barrel, magazine, foregrip. People on the hill. These guys are fighting each other. Further collapse expected. Travel to indicated safe zone.
Somebody's been through it. It's just cleared up. Circle's moving in. There's a barricade up here.
Supply drop inbound. Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
Just trying to see if we can find like a sniper rifle or something. I think there is somebody above me. I'm walking around. Yeah, watch behind you on turf. Watch behind you up here. I think there's somebody above me. Mm-hmm. You guys are still on that hill. Somebody to your right. Oh, got me. You ain't gonna make it, dude. I'm on like the third level. Just go. Should've just jumped off and shot him. Fuck,